Guys, time for another challenge lock from Canada, Quebec. This is from Den Brass. He sent it in this little nut sack, it's for gathering nuts. Now, actually, this is a Bushnell, probably for a monocular, because I think Den Brass is a spy. But anyway, these locks came packed in it. We have an M-Tech. I actually sent this to him a while back, and this one I think is pinned up as a challenge lock because we've got some electrical tape on there. New lock, and then we have these really interesting old Yales. Got another one of these. He says this is his last one. This is a 6-pinner and has a wonderful bitting on it. And this original old key, just beautiful quality, solid brass, very nice. And it really is, it's like butter, very smooth. So let's see if we can pick this antique one first. Look, I don't have any clue what those numbers are. Probably from some industrial, maybe apartments or something, I'm guessing, but that's what makes it interesting. All right, this is Den Brass's, I want to say 4th or 5th challenge lock. He says this, as I said, this is the last one of these Yales that he has. And let's see what we got here. I'm going to try. It's kind of a wide open keyway. Let me zoom in just a little for you. Very wide open. You can see that first one is a serrated, so that's kind of cheating a little bit. But the keyway is a little wallowed out, but this thing's like 100 years old, so you kind of expect that. Been picked, obviously, because you can see marks from tension wrenches on the top there. Wasn't me, but hopefully it will be in a minute. All right, a little slop in the core, but nothing. Let's try a DeForest Diamond 25 thousandths. This is in a 3D printed handle. You can get them if you go to the download section of the website. The springs feel like they're all the same. Nothing crazy heavy tension or anything like that. All right, let's see if we can get in this thing. May as well pick it clockwise. All right, I'm going to try to bully it just to see if we can make some headway. I'm going to put heavy tension on it, and then I'm just going to try to force a pin or two. If that doesn't work, I'll lighten up on the tension and try it again. Sometimes this does work. Let me tighten it up just a little more. But not today. All right, I'm going to lighten up and again try to force it. And that's not going to work. Sometimes if there's a standard pin in there kind of holding things up, this will get you past it, but not today. All right, I am going to treat it like a normal lock then, a normal challenge lock. I'm going to use very light tension all the way to the rear. Okay, that was 6. I got a little turn on the core there. You can't tell. It's awful crunchy. 5 is definitely set. 4 is given the slightest counter rotation. And it's crunchy, so I'm going to leave him alone. All right, that was pin 3. I got a little more turn on the core. And I got counter rotation on 1, so I'm going to go ahead and assume he's a spool. There we go. I believe he is a spool. All right, let's start in the back again. Okay, a little counter rotation there on 4. Come on. He clicked, but I didn't get any turn on the core at all. Let me give him a little more. I got another click out of him. I'm getting counter rotation on 3. And again, he clicked, but I got no deep fault set out of him. Okay, that was 3. I got a clunk and a very slight turn on the core. That's 2. I'm getting counter rotation. A little bit of fault set out of it. It's more counter rotation on him. So I'll give him a little more. Might have overdone it. Let's go shopping around for something else here. Alright, definitely some serrated. And we got some spools. Okay, I've just poked on 4 a little bit, and I get a very slight turn on the core. So that's maybe, oh, I did the same thing on 2, so I'm thinking maybe T-pins. I'm getting counter rotation on 1, so he must have fallen back down. There we go. That time he's set. Four counter rotation, I got a click. Go back, check 6 again, he's good. 4 more counter rotation, and that time I think we got him. So he's got a couple of grooves in him. And they're probably wide grooves. Otherwise it wouldn't act like a spool. I'm on pin 1, counter rotation again. So he must have fallen back down. I got 2 clicks last time before he finally set it for us, and I'm hoping that's it right there. Alright, at this point I'm getting no feedback, so perhaps a T-pin hiding around in here somewhere. And there he is. He was 6. I bet 6 is some kind of T-pin. Alright, we got an open. Let's see what Den Brass has in store for us here. Final challenge. I hope. Because they're getting harder. Alright, we do have a key for this, so I'll go ahead and lock it up. Let's go ahead and get a pinning tray. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. And we need flat blade. Old school. Not too many locks have these anymore. And that's probably good. Phillips saves a lot of stabbed fingers, at least in this household. Okay, we got that. Split medium. That is a perfect fit. Almost like I made it for it. Alright, look at that. Number 4 we can see has a narrow top on him. Everybody else looks pretty normal. Let's go ahead and pull them out of there and take a look. Oh, I'm seeing threads now. 1 is a serrated. 2 is a serrated with a spool element to it. Oops. 3 is one of the most interesting pins I think I've ever seen. You're going to love it. And 4 is a serrated with a narrow top. 5 is the longest serrated I have ever seen in my life. Look at this thing. I don't think that's... Let's go ahead and put them down before I drop everything. And number 6, also very interesting. And in terms of threads, every single one of these is threaded, and it looks like number 6 has some undercut to it as well, only on one side. Isn't that interesting? I don't know if that's an accident on threading or what, but that's what you got. All right, let's take a look at the magic. Need some tweezers. All right, we got a... Oh, he used a key pin, but he handmade. We have a serrated slash spool. This has a little bit of everything in it, doesn't it? And let's go ahead and get the springs while we're here. And then that one is really interesting looking. He looks almost like he's a two-piecer. No, he's just one piece. Again, made out of a key pin. That very narrow gap led me to believe that's some kind of break for a multi-part pin. Standard spring. Number 3. All that care for nothing. A standard pin. Number 4. Very nice serrated with a spool element to it. Number 5. Standard. And the last one. Under very powerful spring. I heard him shoot out of there. Another one with a T-pin element to it. So very interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these springs. pretty much standard all the way around. As soon as my wife stops yelling at me in the background, we'll get this done. I just threw a rock. Threatened her with a pistol. Alright, we have one that's unusual. It's a steel spring. That's it. Everything else in here is normal. There's no way to thread this. There's no way to do anything to this at all because the top doesn't remove. Maybe, see if we maybe undercut a couple of these like we did in a previous. Nothing. All standard on the Bible. So all the magic is in the core itself. The final product out of Quebec, Canada, from Den Brass, the Yale Antique Lock in its finest moment. Fellas, this is what we're looking at. Beautiful looking pins. Every one of these, I believe, is handmade. He used key pins on all of the drivers, and he just machined off the opposite end. One standard pin, and all the rest of these, man, you name them, I have no idea. And the rest of these are combination serrated spools. Very interesting looking stuff here. Not what you'd expect. All these obviously designed to grab those serrations in the bibe or in the core. Den Brass, thank you, sir, very much for the last lock, and I can't wait to the MTech, and I'll drop a box of stuff in the mail to you as long as you promise not to send it back to me. Anyway, fellas, thanks for your time. Stay safe. Stay legal.